So this is the mayonnaise talk, and we'll go for it and see what happens. And if you like it, great, and if you don't, then just keep that to yourselves. I would appreciate it. But this is the first time, and look, there is one of my favorite views in the whole world. It's a very big view, isn't it? And that's, oh, I'm going to advance these. This is a new bit of technology for me. This is the bottom of a jar of mayonnaise, and I've got towards the end of it, which makes me sad. But I've consumed it, and I've enjoyed consuming it. It's my favorite food in the whole world. And this particular mayonnaise looks a bit like this. Best Foods mayonnaise. It's my favorite brand of mayonnaise, and one of the few times that you can see that branding is accurate. Best Foods. It's the best mayonnaise in the world. Has anyone tried it? Familiar with it? Of course you have. Wonderful people. And it makes me, you know, it's delicious, it's creamy, and it just makes me happy on a daily basis. I eat an awful lot of mayonnaise. I've tried every single brand in New Zealand and overseas if I can. This is another kind of mayonnaise available from More Wilson's. I started to eat it. I wasn't meant to before I photographed it, but I got a bit too excited and carried on anyway. It reminds me, I don't know if you tried it, it's a French mayonnaise. It reminds me of European holidays. Maybe you had them too. Sitting in hot places, sweating gently, eating baguettes, warm baguettes with cheese in and ham and mayonnaise. I really love this mayonnaise, and occasionally I buy it, and it takes me back. It transports me in a mayonnaise way to those holidays. This, though, is a terrible thing. This is available in New Zealand. In supermarkets here, this isn't mayonnaise. This is salad cream badged as mayonnaise. It's a terrible, terrible thing, and I encourage you to avoid it at all costs. It says here, perfect in a burger or chicken sandwich, as if we don't know how to use mayonnaise. It's a valuable foodstuff. Don't trust it, is my advice. My advice, I think, is to hang it by the head until it's dead. Kill the mayonnaise. If you have a balcony, as I do, hang it from there if you like, but don't consume it. That's the one thing that you shouldn't do with that mayonnaise. Are we clear? This is even worse. This is public enemy number one and makes me very, very angry. This is endorsed by the Basque separatist movement. It's also light and free. I can tell you that there's no fat in here altogether. In fact, oil, which is the primary ingredient in mayonnaise, is the 6th ingredient on this list. It is terrible, and I really do urge you never to consume it. It's 98% fat-free. What sort of mayonnaise is this? It was about one Christmas that I realized something strange was happening because I got both of these things for Christmas one year, the same year. And my friend, this isn't the real one, had transformed the badge to read Richard's mayonnaise. That's me. I enjoyed it a lot, but I thought, this is getting a bit weird. If people are buying me mayonnaise for Christmas, something is going on. I needed to investigate further. I found some definitions. This one's from Wikipedia. And it says here that mayonnaise, abbreviated as mayo, is a stable emulsion of oil, egg yolk, and either vinegar or lemon juice. And it made me, again, furious. Because we know, or at least I do, that mayonnaise is much more than these things. It's a crucial fluid, a substance, kind of a fluid, which is valuable and important in everyday life. So it inspired me to do something. And I thought, perhaps I can change the definition of on Wikipedia for the very first time, make my first ever edit on Wikipedia of anything, and that thing would be mayonnaise. So actually that's what I did. I inserted just one word to change the definition forever, I was hoping, of mayonnaise, and I can tell you that word is there. Mayonnaise, abbreviated mayo, is a delicious, stable emulsion of oil, egg yolk, and vinegar or lemon juice because it brings hope, it brings joy, and it's not just a list of ingredients, it's a part of our lives. I can tell you that this definition didn't last very long, and in fact, three minutes later, this is what happened. Cluebot, wherever his name is an automated machine, and he edited my definition and that I'd edited of mayonnaise, and said various things like, not all the things that you've suggested appear to be constructive. And because of that, the definition has automatically been undone by a computer. And I said, how do computers know how delicious mayonnaise is? I said that they don't. And it's the first time I learned not to trust Wikipedia as much as I do, which is pretty much the only source of information that you get, let's be honest. This was getting weird, and I thought I better do some analysis to find out how I and mayonnaise share characteristics and link with each other. So I created, as many people do at these points, I'm sure you do as well, a Venn diagram. Very important. As you can see on the left-hand side, that's me, Richard Aindow, I like girls, whereas mayonnaise, I'm sure, is not attracted in either sense, or any sense. I can eat, whereas mayonnaise gets eaten. That's a very clear difference. And I am solid, like a rock, whereas mayonnaise is more fluid and relaxed about things. On the other hand, mayonnaise is a sandwich ingredient, whereas I would be a really awkward and huge sandwich ingredient. I would prefer, to be honest, not to be involved in any kind of sandwich arrangement. Mayonnaise is very predictable, whereas I am crazy, as I'm sure you can tell. And mayonnaise is a liquid, whereas I have a strong moral fiber and backbone. However, we do share some things in common, and those are the following. We are white, middle class, francophiles. We have a hard exterior but a soft interior. And also, although it's spelt wrong and I haven't changed it, we are both, in some way, please say, delicious. Are we? A little bit? Okay, no answers, fine. I thought at this point that I needed to dig even deeper, and I'd never made mayonnaise and thought I should try. So I got all the ingredients, there they are, from Moore Wilson's mainly. Free-range eggs, that's important, and some other things as well. The ingredients of mayonnaise, to be short. I put them all together in a dish, that's my hand, and for some reason, I've no idea, I hung them outside of my balcony. That's what they look like. And I thought, right, here we go. Let's see if we can make them a useful and usable and hopefully tasty mayonnaise. Let's see. Boom. I did it. I totally did it. And look, in a subversive sense, I put it in somebody else's branded jar, which I quite enjoyed. It was yellow. It was almost like the French one. It was very, very nice. And I enjoyed eating it as much as I did any other form of mayonnaise. I can tell you that it took me about, I think it was 9 or 10 days to eat the jar. Done. But it made me think as well, because I've made it, maybe mayonnaise isn't the health food that I thought it was. It turns out there's quite a lot of oil in mayonnaise, so I thought I'd do some investigations into my well-being. So I went to the doctor and I said, doctor, test me and find out if I'm healthy. It wasn't a joke, because he printed out some information, tested my cholesterol, had my address at the top so you could send me some mayonnaise. I'll be waiting. And also did some calculations and told me that I am healthy. I have a cardiovascular risk of 1, which is the lowest, which is amazing, isn't it? And it proved to me, at least, that mayonnaise is actually a health food. So that's my proof. That's not a medical proof. But eat some if you like. And it led me finally to the conclusion, which I'm sure you would agree with, that in conclusion, mayonnaise is amazing. At least a little bit, isn't it? That's my mayonnaise talk. Thank you very much.